Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you may have seen an ad for this particular app right here called GetAround, okay? It's basically a share a car service. So it's a P2P car rental service, and if you have a decent car and you're not using it that much, you can potentially rent it out. It's kind of like the Airbnb for cars, right? Very, very cool. It's only available in the US and it's gaining a lot of traction. But the big question is this a good way to make money? Is this worth your time? Is it worth the cost? Is it worth the effort? Let's check out GetAround, and then you can decide for yourself whether you want to rent out your car or not. All right. Now, at any time, if you want to find out my favorite way to get to 5 to 10,000 US dollars as a way to make money, especially 100% online from home, just click the link below, and I'll send you that link and strategy straight to your email. You can check that out if you want. All right. Now, I've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of different ways to make money online. Lots of different apps, websites, business models. Some of them are great, but some of them are really a waste of time because they don't generate you that much income, right? So the big question is what's actually worth your time to make an effort to execute, and what's not worth your time, right? So let's check out GetAround to see whether this is worth your time. Okay, so it's a very cool idea. Okay, your car sits around in your house or maybe in your office space or whatever for quite a lot of hours during the week. And so if you can make a little bit of extra money from renting out your car, would you do that, right? Okay, so GetAround is one of those apps. There are quite a few of them around now, but GetAround is one of them. And if you come to the website, getaround.com, you just come to hosting, and this is where you can click on share a car, right? Because you're a host, you're hosting it to a renter, right? Now, here's some of the different ways that you can make. I mean, it says, look, this is the next big opportunity. Let's have a look at whether this really is a big opportunity or not. All right. Now, first thing that you have to understand is the way that it works is you have to sign up your car, create a profile right here. All right. And then after you've created a profile and you've uploaded your photos, you have to pay $100 installation fee for an app that they use that's called Connect. Okay, now Connect will basically allow renters to switch on your car without you necessarily having to give them the keys, which is pretty cool. So it provides a lot of convenience. So there's that initial upfront cost, and then to collect the data for GetAround to use on where your car is going, the GPS and all that kind of stuff, it's $20 per month. So your investment is $100 upfront and $20 per month in order to continue to use this service. Okay, so that's basically installing GetAround Connect, and as soon as you do that, then you can start renting out your car. So that's the initial cost for you as a host of a car, right? It's not too bad as long as you're making money back. Now, in order for you to become a host, there are some requirements that you need to have in order for you to rent out your car. First of all, it has to be later than a 2007 model. That means anything before 2007, you can't rent out your car. Another thing is it must have done less than, in total, 200,000 miles. All right, so if you have a very old car and you've done more than 200,000 miles, then you can't rent out your car. Another thing is they have a list of cars that they don't accept. Okay, for whatever strange reason, maybe people like to steal them, or it's just not kind of where they want to, it's not the look that they want. But BMWs, Mercedes not allowed, Tesla's not allowed, Dodge Chargers, Dodge Challengers not allowed, Porsches not allowed, Infinity's not allowed. So these are some of the big cars that they don't allow. A lot of these are, high-end expensive cars. So if you own any of those cars, unfortunately, you can't rent them out and you can't use GetAround. Okay. Now the big question is how much can you earn? Okay. So, this is a little bit misleading right here. Okay, so just be careful because they're showing you some very, very big numbers here. Let's actually talk about how much you can actually make, right? So first of all, most people list their cars, and this is, you need to understand this because you can't charge too much for your cars, otherwise people aren't going to rent them, right? So most people will charge between $6 and $10 per hour to rent out their car. All right, $6 to $10 per hour. But the thing is that GetAround takes 40% commissions. That's very high. Okay, so they take 40% commissions on your total earnings. That's really high. Most companies will charge around 20%, less than that, 15%. 40% is really high. All right, I know I said that like 3 times now, but it is. But I mean, they provide a service and they're pretty good at it. So you have to decide whether or not you want to work with them. Okay, so let's just say you take the medium route and you charge renters $8 per hour to rent your car. That's pretty decent. Okay, and on average you get to rent out your car for 10 hours per week. right? That's a realistic amount, okay, of time. I mean, yes, you could potentially rent it out for longer, but let's just, start at about 10 hours per week, right? That means that at $8 per hour, 10 hours per week, you're making $80 for renting your car a week. But you have to pay GetAround 40% commissions, which means that you only make $48 per week, which is $192 per month take home. Okay. Now on top of that, you have to pay for the $100 installation fee and the $20 per month. So let's just take away the $100, but the $20 you have to pay for. So you're really making $172 per month if you charge $8 per hour and you're renting out your car for 10 hours per week. Okay, so it's not that much money that you're making. $172 per month for an average. Yes, you can make a little bit more than that. Perhaps if you rent it out longer, you might make $200, maybe $250. But remember that this is, when you're renting out your car, people are using your car, which means that eventually you're gonna have to spend some money on maintenance, right? You got to change the tires. You have to make sure that you service your car regularly, and that is an additional cost that they don't bear, right? So the big question is it really worth renting out your car to gain an extra, maybe let's just round it off to a nice number, $200 extra a month through a service like GetAround? Well, it might be, because $200 a month is better than nothing, right? But you're not using your car anyway. But just understand that it's not that easy for you to make huge amounts of money, because then you have to rent out your car a lot, right? And your car is going to be battered, it's going to be used, and you need to be okay with that. So when you see monthly earnings of $2,400, I mean, they're renting out their car like almost full time, in order to make this kind of earnings. But most of the time you're probably not going to be renting out your car that much. Okay, so expect to earn in the hundreds, not the thousands. That's what I would say for an average user. All right, but it's pretty cool, because look, if you do have a car and you're not really using it and you want to rent it out, this way you can make a little bit of extra money, and you can put it towards maybe your rent every single month, or help you to buy some groceries, or help you to save a little bit of money. Is it life-changing income? No. But expect to make a few $100s extra a month, which you probably wouldn't have made anyway. All right, so you can check out getaround.com if you want. All right, but if you're watching this video right now and you're looking for a way to make more money, we're talking about more full-time income, right? A bigger side income, then this might not be the way to do it, right? I've researched all sorts of different ways to make money online. I've even invested hundreds of thousands of dollars of my own money into different businesses, into different make money websites and apps and things like that. And if you want to get my favorite way to get to $5,000 to $10,000 US per month, then go ahead and click the link below, and I'll send you that strategy straight to your email. You can check that out. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this review of GetAround, and I hope to see you on another review. Take care.